We'll get rolling here in just a minute after we make sure the stream is coming through all right. Do feel free to interact in the chat. We had a couple minutes before we really get going. Hope you all had a great weekend. Lots of Easter celebrations around my house and family. Good times all around. So I do appreciate you all indulging me on shifting the break night yet again. So just kind of going with the flow. I feel like this year I've broken on non-Sunday nights as much as I have on Sunday nights, so I don't know what's normal anymore. But I do thank you for hanging in there with me and making sure you're able to hop on and watch these live streams. What's up, Roy? Good to see you in the chat. All right, we're looking good on YouTube and Facebook. If you're on YouTube and you haven't before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Slowly ticking towards 700, which is fantastic. Love to see us hit that mark here in April if we can. I think we're about 15 away. All right, but we got one break tonight, and then I'm going to start out actually by showing you the draft for the March Madness bracket. So we had I think it ended up being 19 entrants in. Let's see, I don't want to show you the wrong tab here. There we go. We had 19 entrants, 10 winners. What's up, Steve? What's up, Edwin? So we had 10 spots that were winners. So top 10 brackets in March Madness ended up being a winner. So they got an email to draft their spots, and so kind of winner's choice, and predictably it went pretty much down the line. I expected there to be some variation in individuals between 3 and 4, 5 and 6, simply because they're the same value. So something might fit in somebody's collection differently, but they actually went straight in number order. So Steve, here, let me see if I can. All right, so I'll just hide each row as we go. So Steve Strauss won for us. He picked the Ryan 69 Ryan SGC 5, of course. Really nice example. Then we got second pick was Dave Raimondo. So he picked, the 67 Mantle, SGC 1. Then we had pick number 3 was Ruth, 60 Fleer. Then we went to Mike Gorman, so Mike coming in third on March Madness. Then we had a 82 traded Ripken for number 4, and so that went to Chris Gangi, PSA 7 on this Ripken. Then Michael Swafford ended up at spot number 5 with the Rizzuto Martin Bowman color, PSA 3. Oh, sorry, I got that backwards. Yeah, so spot number 5 was Jordan. 88 Fleer All-Star, PSA 7. And then the Rizzuto Martin actually goes to Brandon Day at spot number 6. Pick 6. We had a few break credits, and so those went to John getting the $65 break credit, Joe getting the $50 break credit, Yaren getting the $25 break credit, and then Bart Durham taking home the Bonds traded rookie PSA 8. So few consolation prizes, of course, but some cool cards to add to collections. And I appreciate those of you emailed me feedback ways we could make it a little cooler next year. So look for another variation of that in come next March. So should be good fun. Of course, the main attraction tonight. Let's see, up to 22 live viewers. That's pretty good. Only 3 of you interacting in the chat though, so help me out. Oh, absolutely, Steve. Of course, Steve, you feel good about it being the winner. Yeah, my bracket was totally crushed. It's the first time I've ever um, done a set or done a bracket where both my national championship teams were out in the first weekend. Um, so that did not go well for me. Of course, I went a little off the board because I thought it would be a little nutty, but um, alas. So I had Houston and Memphis in my championship game, or no, sorry, not Houston. Who did I have? One of my brackets I had Houston winning it all, but I think my normal bracket I had Memphis and somebody else that got upset in the first round. Anyways, um, hey, picking the oh yeah, absolutely. Voices 100% healed. Hey, picking the winner this year was good. Gets you a long way. UCLA, that's who I had in my other bracket. That's one of my teams. Anyways, I don't know. That's the problem with making 3 or 4 brackets. Um, Good deal. Appreciate all y'all in the chat. Hey, Greg. Hey, Tom. Ed. Cliff. Um, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh yeah, I got it backwards. It was the what I meant to say was the 2 teams who ended up in the championship. I had getting losing in the first round. So I had San Diego State losing the first round and UConn, losing to was it Iona? Um, but anyways, all right. Enough of that. Time for NBA playoffs. Grizz locking up the 2 seed, so feeling good about that. So I'll jabber about NBA playoffs next time. But we've got a fun 68 break. I picked out a lot of cards because this is a really crispy set. PSA 7, PSA 8 on lots of our stars. A lot of the ones that aren't graded could be, they just aren't. So, be sure to look those over really well. Don't just sell a common at a common price if it's a, you know, near mint to mint 68 card. Those are hard to come by. Yeah, we gotta chat baseball too. Lots of stuff going on. Big times. Um, we've got a lot of new participants though in the set break, so I'll give you a quick rundown of how we do things here. So 598 cards in a complete 1968 set. Sold 597 spots, gave one away. So every spot gets a card. We randomize this list of participants, paste the randomized list right next to our checklist here, and then the checklist is set, so we don't shuffle the checklist. So whoever's name comes out in spot number 1, gets your batting leader, NL batting leaders. Whoever comes out in spot, 177 gets Nolan Ryan. Whoever's in 280 gets Mickey Mantle. So we'll paste that list of randomized names right next to this checklist. I won't read all 598 names. I'll only read, the hits. So I've pulled out, the vast majority of the Hall of Famers, some cool cards, and then we'll show those live on the broadcast and just kind of scroll through to see where all the big hits landed. Then as soon as the broadcast is over, I'll post the full results sorted by participants so you can see exactly which cards you hit. So that's how that works. But here comes the part where I need your help. And that's determining how many times we're going to randomize this list. So let's do between or including 6 and 10. Between or including 6 and 10. Third number in the chat is how many times we'll randomize this list. So between or including 6 and 10. While we wait on those numbers to roll in, Brad Sheffer, congrats on that free spot. Do get in on those free spot giveaways. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Burl Sports, all 3 locations. And hey, Twitter didn't win this time. Spent a little ad money on Facebook, so we had a lot more participants there than we have in the past. So Facebook ended up winning. They had more entrants, so just the way the cookie crumbles. So congrats, Brad, on that one. Um, Message me, private message me your shipping info when you get a chance, or you can shoot it over an email, burl@burlsports.com. All right. Thanks for those numbers. 1, 2, 3. Edwin got us our random number was 7. Lucky number 7. All right. Hey, I like it. Sevens, lots of PSA sevens. Let's roll a 7 and see where things land. All right. I do need to get a random window open. We use random.org list randomizer for all our randomization purposes. All right, here we go. Here's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Michael Fickle on top. Randy Jones on bottom. All right, widen this up a little bit. Narrow this so we don't see too much at once. Make our font just a touch bigger. All right. Good deal. Good deal, good times. Clemente, Gonzalez, Alou, batting leaders. Going to Michael Fickle. I think I got 4 batting leaders or 4 leaders cards to show you. See really nice, clean examples. AL batting leaders going to Don Macbeth, Yaz, Frank Robinson, Al Kaline. NL RBI leaders going to William, Lechner, Cepeda, Clemente, Aaron. Solid RBI totals there. First graded card of the break is card number 4. PSA 7 on the AL RBI leaders going to Christian Wagner. So first hit down. All right, Brooksy. He is card number 20. Memory serves. Going to Jason Shepard. All right, there's Brooks Robinson. All right. Then we got Gil Hodges. He's coming in at number 27. Going to Adam Bates. Manager for the Mets. Billy Williams, for 37. Going to Derek Peaster. Danny McLean, card number 40. Going to Jeremy Marquand. McLean's not one we always show, star for sure. Your AL MVP in 1968 as, the Tigers end up taking home the World Series. So McLean, huge part of that Tigers organization. Next graded card, we got the Seaver Rookie Cup, PSA 7, number 45. Seaver goes to Cohen Thomas. Love the Seaver. Second year card. This one's gorgeous. Um, a lot of people describe borders here on 68 design as burlap. That's a fairly apt description. Another hit is next. Willie Mays, card number 50, PSA 7. Mays goes to Chris Tulaski. Nice Mays. Beautiful near mint example. Now Ed Matthews, he's coming in at card number 58. I lost my focus. There we go. Card number 58. Going to Michael Christ. Okay, that's better. Then we've got Rod Carew, PSA 7. He's card number 80. Again with the Rookie Cup designation. Going to Bill Connor. Of course, Seaver, Carew with the Rookie Cups here. First year or second year cards, first single player Topps issue. Before we hop over to Gaylord Perry, I did see our free spot there coming up at 78. So Brad Sheffer getting that Jim Northrup to check off the old set build. So congrats, Brad, again. Make sure you get on those free spot giveaways, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. 3 ways to enter, 1 winner in every break we do that's 100 spots or more. Gaylord Perry going to Douglas Meyer. Yeah, I noticed that too, Derek. I didn't call it out, but I'll if he's got a little scuff on his face, I'll have to replace him. I'll need to take him out of the case and see. There's no room for that in this break, that's for sure. Stargell, 86, going to Joel Myers. Yeah, get our focus in here. Bob Gibson, card number 100. Gibson is your NL MVP in 1968. Going to Jonathan Deegan. Nice card there, Jonathan. Cardinals, of course, falling short to the Tigers in the World Series. Here's Sutton. He's coming in at 103 to Woody Hartman. Right. Then Hammer and Hank Aaron. He's a PSA 7, 110. Goes to Matthew Coudrier. Tony Perez, he's 130. Goes to Daniel Winterick. Joe Morgan coming in at 144. Going to Chris Gangi. Drysdale is up next, 145. Goes to Douglas Meyer. There's the Drysdale. Clemente is the next big hit. Card 150, PSA 7 example here. Going to John Dobe. Nice PSA 7 Clemente to add to your collection, John. We'll look at a few World Series cards. Of course, retrospective on the 67 World Series. World Series Game 1, Brock Sox 4 hits in the opener. Going to Tom Lutz. Then Yaz smashing 2 homers in Game 2. There's to Galen Oda. Gibson hurling a shutout. Goes to Joe Baltz. It's Game 4. Game 7. St. Louis wins it. Going to Matthew Coudrier. .165's Tony Oliva. Goes to Barton Durham. Right, which means our next big hit is Nolan Ryan. First big rookie card in the break. The highest monetary value card in the break. PSA 7 example here. Very, very nice. Centering's a little worse on the back, but nice crispy example. Card 177. And the Ryan goes to Roy Ledbetter. Congrats, Roy. Of course, the Jerry Koosman was no slouch, but career far surpassed by one of the greatest pitchers of all time, in Nolan Ryan. So PSA 7 here. Just fantastic example, fantastic card to add to your collection. Congrats, Roy. All right, hop on up to card number 200. Orlando Cepeda. Goes to Kevin Baer. Juan Marichal, 205. Goes to William Lechner. Let's see. Got the Bonson rookie, uh, rookie of the year in '68 for the Yankees. AL Rookie of the Year goes to Edwin Pastrana. Thought that was a fun little thing to do. I've not looked really much at who won those kind of Rookie of the Year honors, but thought that'd be a fun little thing. Jim Bunning goes to Jeremy Merriquin. Killebrew, 220, goes to Keith Shortle. Allen, he's 225, going to Lawrence Spahn. And Pete Rose, he's 230. Too far. Rose goes to Jeremy Thompson. Nice hit, Jeremy. It is fun seeing new names in here. So again, welcome everybody to the breaks. You know, average break I've got somewhere between 60 and 90 people participating. Because I limited this one, starting out of the gate for so long, with a pretty short number, we ended up with 152 participants, if I counted right. So fun to get some new names in here. Hope you enjoy the break, even if you don't get a big hit. It's always cool looking through these vintage cards. 235. Ron Santo goes to Jeremy Merriquin. Jeremy, said your name a couple of times. Al Kaline, 240. Goes to Lawrence Spahn. Nice, Lawrence. Then Yaz, he's 250. Oh, so since he's 250, we're not gonna get to him quite yet because we've got Mr. Johnny Bench at 247. And that puts us about halfway on the hits, I believe, even though we're not quite halfway through the set. So I'll go ahead and give a little plug. Low to mid-grade 58 top set coming up next weekend. It'll be available for purchase on Friday. It's going to be, I think it's $10 a spot. So it'll be a good fun one. And then I'll be in Memphis this Saturday for card show. So make sure you come check that out. Information is up on the website about that in the upcoming breaks. Card show. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I flipped these two mostly because I'm picking up some pre-war cards on Saturday and I want to get them in the mixer. But Mid-South Sports Card Show in Memphis. The details are there at the link. So check that out if you're in or around Memphis. Should be good fun. My boys are setting up, selling some Pokemon cards. So their first time ever setting up at a show, so that'll be good fun. All right, so Johnny Bench, PSA 7. Here we go. Goes to Scott Owens. Congrats, Scott. Big hit on the bench rookie. Always love the backwards cap, of course. Probably because he's just took his mask off, but nice looking card. All right. Now Yaz. 250. Going to Chris Battaglia. Norm Cash, he's 256. Big part of that Tigers run. Goes to Jonathan. Jonathan H. Necro, very next number. 257 goes to Jerry Thompson. Kim Boyer, 259. Goes to Tanya Tamboli. Which means Mickey Mantle up next. Card 280. Nice clean example. PSA 7 here as well. Centering's really your only major thing holding it back. Slightly shifted left, but really crisp, clean card. All right, Mickey Mantle, card 280. Let's see. Some Michael Fickle. Congrats, Michael. Getting the big Mick to add to your collection. Willie McCovey, he's card number 290. Goes to Brad Blackstock. Luis Aparicio, he's 310. Goes to Jonathan Deegan. We got Roger Maris coming in at 330. Too far. There we go. Michael Fickle. Nice, Michael. That's the third time I've said your name, so getting the big Mick and then adding a Maris to go with it. Hoyt Wilhelm, 350. Goes to Michael Riley. Follow that up with Ernie Banks, 5 cards later, 355. Goes to Chris Simeone. All right, pop into the All-Star section here, so lots of stars to go around. Killebrew. Goes to Joe Cerullo. Cepeda goes to Cliff Hardy. Carew goes to Daniel Lynch. Joe Morgan goes to Christian Wagner. Brooks Robinson goes to Chris Battaglia. Nice, Chris. Second time I said your name. Ron Santo going to Adam Bates. It is fun to put the National League, American League side by side, so you can see the blue versus the red. Nice little design contrast. Yeah, it's 369 going to Trey Smith. Hank Aaron goes to Matthew McClure. Nice Aaron All-Star. Tony Oliva, 371, goes to Douglas Meyer. Then Lou Brock, he's 372, goes to Michael Fickle. Michael raking it in tonight. Frank Robinson goes to Joseph Ayupa. Clemente going to Douglas Meyer. 374. Bill Freehan goes to Greg McDougal. Of course, Bill, catcher for those championship Tigers. Bob Gibson. Just a Mark Carlson. All right, we got the Powell coming in at 381, hopping out of those high numbers, or sorry, out of those All-Stars. Powell goes to Whitney Whitehouse. Jim Hunter, he's 385. Going to James Hop. We got Maz, he's 390. Goes to Joseph Iupa. Iupa. Now I've confused myself. A nice Maz. All right, we got 10 or so hits left, so don't quite hop away just yet. Still some good fun to be had here. A few graded cards, some more big names. And while you're here, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll get notifications when I schedule a broadcast or go post a new video. Should have a graded card reveal coming up from a recent SGC submission. And so you don't want to miss out on those videos. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. 408, Steve Carlton goes to Andrew Nance. PSA 7 here on the Carlton. Smiling real big for the camera. Maybe a little too big. But nice PSA 7, Carlton. Fergie Jenkins, 410. Goes to Earl Trawick. Your World Series MVP, Mickey Lolich, 414. Goes to Rocky Peterson. We got Jim Cott, 450. Too far. There we go. Going to Jeremy Thompson. All right. Couple of cool multiplayer cards coming up. 480 is next. Manager's Dream with Oliva, Cardenas, and Clemente. PSA 7 here. Card 480. Going to Jeremy Mariquin. Nice hit, Jeremy. Fantastic example. Gorgeous card. The highest graded card in the break is next. Fantastic multiplayer card with Killebrew, Mays, Mantle. Superstars indeed. Card 490, PSA 8. Goes to Douglas Meyer. Congrats, Douglas. Huge hit, man. Absolutely fantastic card. I do enjoy the opening line there. This powerful trio has blasted 1,462 home runs during their careers in the big leagues. Somebody do the math on how many home runs they ended up with, because it was certainly more than that. Right, Frank Robinson, he's up next. He's card number 500. Just a handful of hits left to see. Zach Gappa. Zach taking home Mr. Frank Robinson. Lou Brock, 520. Going to Doug Mazeppa. Another nice multiplayer card, especially if you're an Orioles fan. Got the double Robinsons on your Bird Belters. 530. Goes to Brian Kennedy. And then the last hit we'll look at is up at 575. Jim Palmer. Goes to Mark Odenwelder. It's a really nice example here on the Palmer. And again, if we'll get the full results posted up on the website as soon as the broadcast is over. I'll email out a link to that as well as post it on Facebook and Twitter. But if you get curious, or email doesn't come through because it gets sent to your spam, you can go to past break results, and it'll pop up as soon as I post it here in the next 5-ish minutes. And so it'll be right here. It'll say 4-10-2023 broadcast results. It'll have a nice picture that's the same picture from the listing. But all right. Also, slowly trickling out these 70s repacks. So sold over 250 of those so far. So some of you keep coming back for them. So I assume that means that you like them. Be sure to check those out if you haven't yet. Posted a few videos of breaking some of them. So make sure you get in on those. Nice, Douglas. 1,769 lifetime home runs for Killebrew, Mays, and Mantle. Fantastic card. All right, folks, that's all I got. Look for 58 Topps set break to go become available for purchase Friday afternoon, 4 p.m. Central Time, and then come see me in Memphis on Saturday morning. Should be good, fun to be had. Appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll get these sorted and shipped out over the course of the week. This is